The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 234, being recorded on December the 1st, 2018. I am one of your hosts, Jesus and Gunny, also known as Jesus Walks Out. Today, I'm joined by my friend, Henley Merrill, from the West Coast to Best Coast, Gunny Chief. Welcome back.
Hi, how are you, buddy?
Howdy. I'm doing good. I'm pretty damn good. Today, there's no Eric Smith or Ryan or anybody else. It's just me and you, dude.
It's the dynamic duo.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, you can always follow us on Twitter at _HorribleGamers. Leave us a review on iTunes or whatever the fuck you listen to us on. Leave us a review. Recommend us to your friends, your grandma, your parents, your uncle, your cousins, all of them. You can also join our community, Horrible Gamers Podcast community, over on Facebook. You can find our page, like the page, leave us a review on the page as well. And you can join the group from there because there's a link in there for groups. You can see it. Or you can just search Horrible Gamers Podcasts or community on the groups and you'll find us. It's a close group. So you got to answer a few questions, simple questions. It's just not hard. It's not a fucking SAT test. Just answer the few questions and you'll be fine. And you'll be able to join the community. So head on in there. And also patreon.com/horriblegamers is our Patreon, where you can go every month and support the show financially. And the link to that is patreon.com/horriblegamers. Like Jonathan Hall did, Alan Maybe, Joshua Wolf, Evan Tanaka, John Jerome, Adam Sunday, Clint Thiel, Dirty Bite, Robbie Wheat, David Snyder, Brian Capessa. Thank you guys for being Patreons. We fucking love you. And, you know, this is the month of giving, Gunny. So give us your Patreon patronage money.
Please.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Just like Nathan Malice did. He is the newest Patreon. He joined just the end of last week. Thank you, Nathan, for joining and becoming a Patreon. I sincerely appreciate it. You're fucking awesome. Nathan Malice is now going to be added to the list here in the show notes. And
you're all awesome.
You're all pretty fucking awesome. Anyways, our intro song is done by Fowler and Twistix. It is called The Breakout. Our outro song is done by Broke for Free. It is called Night Owl. And it's time for the video games. Gunny, I played some games this week. I know you played some games. Let's talk about the games we played. I want to start off with, I went back to Beholder. I know I talked about that last week, right? That game where you're managing the apartments, etc. I went back to it this week, and I got way more far in that game this time.
Did you figure out how to get more money?
I kind of did, yeah. Like, so profiling your tenants gives you quite a bit of money, especially if you find out a lot about them. For like every little thing you find out about them, that's like they like to play chess, they like to go fishing, they like to drink, they like to smoke. Every little thing you find out about them, you get about $250. But like if you write a report with like all of it at once, like say you have like 10 different things about them that you found out, you get like bonuses. They like stack up bonuses, and you get a lot of money for those. You get up to like, you know, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 for that. And then that's just a report to the ministry or whatever. You know, I was able to get enough money. For some reason, this time the doctor only charged me $10,000 for the medicine, not $20,000, which I thought was kind of weird.
So procedurally played out, you think?
I don't know what it is. I don't know if like I did a favor for him or something, because he did ask me for some stuff, and I was able to do some stuff for him. And then when I asked him to go check on the girl, and he was like, "Oh, okay, your daughter's dying or whatever. Give me the money for the medicine." And it was like $10,000. It was, or $15,000. It wasn't $20,000. I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, all right, hell yeah, I'll pay you that. And I was able to get that, and I paid it off. And then she gets sick again. It doesn't cure her. Spoilers. She gets sick again. So you got to raise more money next time, and that's further into the game to save her life again. And then the son, he needs money for college, so he's always asking you for like, I need $8,000 to pay for my tuition. I need $5,000 to pay for my books. So he's constantly asking you for money, and he wants to go on dates. And he's kind of like becoming this revolutionary guy where like, he's like, fuck the government. I hate the government. I want free speech and all this shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to report him to the police.
Your own son.
So then I caught him reading, because you can catch your own family doing illegal acts. And reading it becomes an illegal act in the game. I don't know. At some point it became illegal in my game. So people weren't allowed to read. So you can report people for reading to the police, and they'd go arrest them.
Reading and eating apples. That's just the two. Yeah. Us gamers don't like that anyway.
And I reported him for reading, and the police came and took him away.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it sucks for him. And then I think now I'm near the end of the game, because they're saying some inspector is coming to the building to check it from the government. And he's going to check it for like for 5 days or something. And if he's going to tally up all the things I've done right and all the things I've done wrong. And depending on that, I'll continue to be able to be a manager of the building, or I'll have to get arrested and killed, I think. Or I can escape. But it all costs money.
Yeah, and when you escape, like, okay, do you take your wife or not take your wife? Oh, I'm just throwing this out there, but if that's even an issue, you know?
Oh, that is an issue. You can only save yourself.
Save yourself, yeah. This is like, you are a real shitty person. You win.
There's the guy's walking around in front of my building right now. He's inspecting it, right? And I go up and I talk to him, and he's like, like, if you pay us some money, like, we can overlook some of these faults that you have. And I was like, okay, how much money? And he's like, well, 40,000 for the government, 40,000 for the military, and or 60,000 for you to escape, or like 100, like something else, like 120,000 for like passports or some shit for your family. I'm like, how the fuck do you get $100 and something thousand? You just how?
There's got to be something like there's probably something you have to YouTube or research to say, oh, here's how you get X amount of dollars, which
shit, man,
would spoil everything for you.
All the people that got evicted or killed or whatever, like, I stole all their shit out of the boxes. A little box pops up in front of their apartment after they die, and you can take everything in the box, and I go and I sell everything in the box. And I had like $60,000, but it was still like not enough. I was like, holy crap. And then, yeah.
But still, I guess it's about the adventure than it actually is in the end game.
Yeah, I think the end game is just going to be shitty.
It's
all
the
around.
Journey that matters.
Yeah, it's the fun you have throughout the
You're
journey.
selfish.
It was a pretty cool moment in the game where somebody planted a bomb in my building, like an actual fucking bomb. So I had to go find the bomb, and I found it. And then I called the government. I'm like, hey, okay, I have the bomb. What do you want me to do? They're like, well, don't touch it. You need to defuse it. I was like, okay, how do I defuse it? They're like, we'll send you a letter. And then they send me a letter in the mail, right? And I
a letter in the mail while you're just waiting.
You have to read the instructions to, like, know how to defuse it. And the thing's on a timer, so you see, like, the timer counting down super fast. And you have to sit there and you have to read the instructions, remember them, like which wires to cut first. And they send you, like, schematics for, like, 3 different types of bombs. So you have to examine the bomb first, remember what type of bomb it is, look at the fucking instructions, remember what like which pattern it is to cut the wires, like red, green, black, yellow, or whatever. Like, you have to remember which one to cut first. And I was like so fucking stressed out during that moment, dude. I was like, fuck, because the timer's like counting down so fast. You're like, holy, I got like 20 seconds to do this, dude.
Oh my gosh.
So the timer's counting down, and everybody's gonna die because nobody knows the bomb is in the building. So you didn't evacuate nobody. Everybody's just there. It was crazy, man. That's a crazy game. I like it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, something I told the wife I want to keep playing this with her, as she is the apartment manager.
It's a fun game. Other games that I played this week. What else did I play this week? I played some Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 continues to be a good game for me. I mean, it's fun. Like I can't wait for that new what's that? Tides of War coming out December 5th or 6th or something. I'm excited for that, so I'm going to be playing that when it comes out this week. Some more Black Ops 4, Call of Duty. That game's a lot of fun, dude. I don't know what it is. It's just like, it's fun. It's just fun to go 1,000 miles an hour and just shoot people and jump over things and
just team deathmatch mainly. I mean, that's where the meat of it is, right?
Yeah,
I don't hear many people talking about the Battle Royale as much. I mean, I know it's popular, but...
Oh, it's really popular for some people. I think the streamers are more into that, and they have to keep their audience entertained. So I guess
that's what I watch.
That's what they have to do. They play that all the time. But no, I haven't really played much of the Black Ops mode lately. I played mostly team deathmatch, hardcore team deathmatch. That stuff, it's fun.
Does Battlefield 5 is there the hardcore mode? I haven't seen it in Battlefield 5.
I haven't seen either. It has to be in the server browser because they always have them in there. You probably have to go to server browser and toggle hardcore only, and then see if it's in there or something. Yeah. But the big thing that I've been playing this week, Gunny, the one game that I just been hooked on for the last few days here is Red Dead Online. Finally came out.
Sweet. How is it?
It's a lot of fun. You start off with the character creator. You create a little character, whatever, name them, all that stuff. And then you start the mission. It's like you escape from prison or jail or whatever. You do that, and then you have a campaign in this online, and then you have like side stranger missions you can do, just like in the campaign. And I personally think that you should just be sticking to the main story missions. They pay out way more money than the stranger missions, and I mean way more money. Like doing the stranger missions, I was getting like $4 or $5 to $9 per mission. I did like the main story missions, and by the time I was done with you have to kill like 4 or 5 people for this lady, and by the time I killed the first guy, I was like, I had like $400 on me, dude. Like they pay you out a lot. And they're very long. They're not very long missions, but they're about like a regular campaign mission, like a Red Dead Online mission. You go here, you kill so many people. Sometimes you have to capture people. You can't kill them. Stuff like that. I've been doing a lot of those lately. I've been repeating the same missions kind of because, I've been helping other players in the community that, just started playing the game. Like Johnny Don't, I went back with him. I did his missions today. We were doing them right now, right before the show started, actually. They were like, oh, you're going to go record the podcast? I was like, yeah, I have to. But, yeah, I was playing with them right now, and I can't wait to get back to it. I'm honestly hyped to get back into it. The guns are really expensive. Guns are super expensive. You're going to have to spend, like, thousands of dollars on weapons. They don't cost anything near the amount of money you had in the campaign. The campaign, they were, like, probably 3 times as cheap.
Yeah, because I thought, you got $400. You could probably go buy some better pistols, but apparently not.
No. And some of them are locked by rank, so you can't just buy any weapon off the bat. You have to be a certain rank to unlock some of them. For example, the Litchfield repeater, it's rank 20 you get it at. But the second repeater, the carbine repeater or something like that, you get that at, in the beginning of the game. So like you can unlock the shotgun, and, the shotgun is 400. I think it's like $400, $390 or something. And then the automatic shotgun or the semi-automatic shotgun, that one is $800, I think. They have lots of weapons in the game, and engraving them costs gold bars instead of money. Like, no, to engrave them, you can't engrave them with money. It's around $80, just like in the story. Like it's like $80 to engrave them or something. The only difference is in the online, it's really hard to get money, so you're not going to have all the money in the world to throw at the guns or whatever. So you kind of have to pick and choose what you really want to use and when you really want to upgrade. But yeah, you can customize everything in the game, pretty much like the story. You can customize the way the barrel looks, what kind of metals it is, if it's a gold barrel, silver, chrome, fucking bronze, all that shit. You can customize all that. But it costs gold bars to customize the metal of the weapon. Like if you want to change it from metal to gold or metal to silver or platinum or whatever the fuck they have in there. it's going to cost you gold bars, and unfortunately, those are really hard to get. They're fucking hard to get. I've been playing a lot, and I have 1.5 gold bars.
Yeah, do you just find them? I mean, I wonder if they're just going to be in different locations. It's not something you
don't get, like, per mission, you get, like, 0.02 to 0.05 golden nuggets. It's like, and those, 100 of those add up to 1 gold bar.
Got it.
But then, like, also, like, I got a treasure map from, like, killing the first guy. After that, it was like, go to the mail office, and you have like a letter in the mail or something, and, you know, get the package or whatever the fuck you're gonna get. And then I got it, and then it was like a map, and this map is a treasure map. So I went to the area, I found the chest, and in the chest there was like 1 full gold bar and like $90. So I was like, fuck yeah, I was super happy, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have right now is 1 gold bar.
Tell me about the PvP. Is there, in between these missions and you're going to and fro from A to B, are you seeing other players? And if so, how many?
A lot. I mean, per session, I don't know how many they could fit per session. I'm assuming it's at least 30, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But lots of people can be in a server at once. And, of course, the whole map is unlocked. So you have the Red Dead 1 map, the Red Dead 2 map, all in there together. And the PvP, it happens a lot, man. Like, I mean, there's times where, like, we finish a mission and you're spawning back into the instance and you get killed because somebody sees you standing there while you're loading in, and they just kill you. And then it'll be like, as soon as you spawn, it's like, you got ran over with a horse by this guy, or this guy shot you in the face. You know, it's like, oh, fuck, you know. And then you're going to have to sit there and you have to respawn. You have to kind of kill the guys because you spawn really close to them. So you can kill them, and then you just take off. I mean, at that point, I usually take off. You know, I get my revenge and take off. Because if you don't, you're just going to end up in an endless loop of spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die. Like, you kill them, they kill you. You kill them, they kill you. Because they spawn so close to you, and on the radar, they kind of get like an indicator, kind of like which direction your enemy is.
Oh, okay.
Get like a little like red little thing that indicates kind of where the shooting is coming from or where the enemy is coming from. And so they can kind of chase you down if they want to. But for the most part, I noticed that once you leave a gunfight, like, you take off on your horse, just take off running a certain direction. For the most part, most people won't chase you. I mean, yeah, they just don't. So,
yeah, and do you choose where to spawn? Is there, like, do you have, like, your home base, or can you go to Valentine or Blackwater?
So when you're launching the game in the main menu, it'll give you options to just free roam, or free roam West Elizabeth, free roam Lemoyne, free roam New Austin, free roam. Like, it'll give you the option, like, which section of the map you want to free roam. Like, and that kind of depicting on that, that's kind of where you set up camp when you start the match. It'll just be like, your camp was set up here. Like, and then if you just go in there free roaming, your camp could be set up in the desert all the way in the south, or it could be all the way to the north, or it could be all the way to the right in the swamps. You just don't know where your camp is going to be. So that just kind of moves around. And you can move your camp. You can, like, pay, like, I think it's like a few bucks to have your camp move to a certain spot like you're at. So you want to move your camp to where you're standing exactly. You can pay to have that done, and the guy will pack up the camp and he'll move it to you, but it'll take him a bit, like, to pack it up and go take it there.
Okay. At least we have those options. That's good.
Yeah, so you have lots of options with that. You can also upgrade your camp. You can upgrade the cosmetics, the way it looks. So I know to upgrade it to, like, the hobo lifestyle, that's $150. The survivor's lifestyle, that one's like $300 or $200 or something. And they kind of give you different, just aesthetics. It's the way it looks. You know, like, oh, this looks this way, this looks this way. But yeah, the game's a lot of fun, dude. I'm having a lot of fun with the online. I've played quite a bit of it now, doing lots of missions. You rank up fairly quickly. I'm level 12 or 13 at this point. So I've been playing lots of it, and I like it a lot. I think people are going to enjoy it. If you like the campaign, you're going to like this. A lot of people got tired with the campaign, or they just didn't like it. I, for one, I fucking loved it. So So I think it's a great game, and I really like the online.
Yeah, I'll get in there and dive in. I just been working, so I will get in there and play it.
Yeah, and the server does have issues. Of course, there's some glitches here and there where joining posses is kind of weird. Sometimes the invite gets there, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes there's like a horse halfway on the ground, like halfway through the floor. You're like, what the fuck? But it's just online.
So it's like
glitches.
GTA 5 at launch online.
But this beta is running way better than GTA Online did. It actually works. You're actually being able to get in there and play, and I think they're actually trying to keep it stable for the most part. What else? That's really it. There's disconnections here and there, like disconnections.
I always forget it's a beta. It's not the actual, like, this is it. This is where we're going to be. So going forward.
Oh, no. But, dude, 2 years from now, it's going to be way different. They're going to keep updating it. That's one thing I like about Rockstar. They actually support their online communities quite heavily. They always release DLC and content for GTA 5. So no doubt they will continue releasing content for this. And they're going to try to figure out the economy and how to balance that. Because you have, like I said, the gold. Then you have the actual money in the game. And the gold, it seems to me that that's going to be like a part of like the pay to win, I guess you call it, kind of currency where you can buy that gold outright with real money.
Yeah, there's going to be like a shark card equivalent, I'm sure, or several versions.
They won't
be
shark cards. They'll be like gold pouches.
Oh, right. That makes more sense.
Get the gold pouch.
Money bags. Yeah.
Yeah, the money bag. Yeah, get the money bag, gold pouch, gold coin, or whatever.
The satchel full of the gold.
Yeah. Yeah, $3,000. You can get 500 gold bars. Like shit like that. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm excited to continue playing it though, and I'm excited to continue the story in it because there's actually a story in the online mode. It's like its own campaign too. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, and I heard
and it's
also
all
that
voice acted, dude. Like all the strangers that you run into, all the main stories, like there's cutscenes and they're voice acted. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. They put a lot of effort into that, I think.
That's cool. They didn't just throw everybody in there and go, it's just PvP, go for it. So, that's awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's all I played this week, man. Wait. No, I got one more. I went back and played some Rainbow Six Siege.
Ooh, I haven't played that in forever.
Neither have I, dude. It's so different now, Gunny. They've changed the fucking maps.
Have they? How so?
For example, like Hereford base or whatever. Remember that first base that has the firing range in the front, and it has three or four stories or something. It's 3 stories high and it has a basement.
Yes, that's like that used to be the popular map.
Right? Yeah, it used to be a popular map. It was like the square building or whatever. There's usually 3 floors on the top, and there's a basement on the bottom, and you can defend or attack each one or whatever. That map is different. They've added fog to it. They've made it nighttime or daytime. They've added rain to it. They've like instead of just being like all like dirt and grass, it's like trees and shit in the firing range. It looks like the building has like moss on the side of it now. It looks like they fucking like went in there and just said like, you know what, this looks too plain. Let's like make it look nice. And they fucking made it look way different. A lot of the maps are like that, dude, where like the detail of the textures or whatever the fuck they did to the buildings, they just look way fucking better. They look way realistic. It looks crazy as fuck. And also the Xbox One X finally got a Xbox One X enhancement. It now runs like at 1890p or something. PS4 Pro runs at 1400p. So there's that. The game still runs. It looks way good now. Right? Looking at the guns, at the buildings, at the way people look, in the game when you're playing it, you're like, holy fuck, these people look good.
Yeah, I mean, you want that game to run fast, to be optimized, because it's like such a fast shooter.
It's very tactical. It's not a fast shooter. It's not a Call of Duty shooter. It's way tactical shooter. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, you want the lowest latency as possible, so maybe they're gearing up for that mouse and keyboard, man.
The shit's good, though. It's so fun. I mean, it's hard, but I had fun. The only thing I don't like about it takes quite a bit to start, like, the next round. You have to pick your loadout. Yeah, I don't know the meta anymore, man. I don't know what the fuck, like, people are using now or the tricks they're doing to kill people. I don't know that anymore. It's the shitty part. I mean, I got a few kills though. Like the first time I played it, I was the one on top of the leaderboard. I had like 4 kills, dude. I was like, holy shit, how am I getting kills so easily? But I was just getting headshots on people, and if you get a headshot, you're gonna go down like right away. There's no way you're gonna like survive that headshot.
Right, unless you got a shield or something.
Yeah, unless you got a shield or something.
I mean, they got so many operators now. I think I know what you're saying. Like, you got to know who's alive, what their abilities are, and if you don't,
they have different, like, they have so many operators now. They have like the new ones from season 3 now in there, and like one of them, his ability is to like watch the cameras while like the team is setting up. He can like hack their cameras and take them over while they're setting up. Like, while you're setting up your defenses, they can hack the cameras inside the building to like check where you're at.
What's the point then? You know, come on.
It's fucking crazy. Like they have lots of crazy gadgets for the people, and I think it's wild. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
go Ubisoft.
It's good. Yeah, go Ubisoft, man. They really are doing their hard work there with that game.
Yeah.
But that's all I played this week, man. I just wanted to talk about that. Rainbow Six is still alive and still very strong. I know recently they had the season pass for season 3 for sale for like $25, $24. But yeah, I'm glad they've actually supported the Xbox One X, and you could definitely see the difference in just the way the game looks. But not just that, they've actually went in there and updated the maps to make them refresh, and they just look way better, dude.
And I already thought they looked good to begin with.
In the beginning, they kind of reminded me a lot of Counter-Strike buildings where it's all very like flat and shit like that. But now they look like real, like realistic. It is crazy.
Yeah, they're like, it's like the Counter-Strike's Ferrari, just shiny ass new Ferrari, just the way it looks. But I mean, Counter-Strike is just leaps and bounds with viewers and players.
Anyways, what have you been playing, Gunny?
I haven't played much. I worked 5 freaking days this week, but I did get a chance to play a MXG Pro, that motocross game that's new on Game Pass. And I used to like motocross back in the day. There was a few that I played in, back on, was it it was Microsoft Windows had a game that was like that.
Yeah.
That was really good. And it doesn't look that great. I know that developer makes like an even better one, I think, for, who is it, Monster Energy Drink or whatever. Well, they kind of show Monster in this one, but they must have had more money going to that game.
Monster has their own game. It's called like Monster Energy Drink Ultra Motocross Elite or some shit.
And you can tell that they paid for like...
And that game is actually pretty good. Like,
yeah. They paid like the development for that game. I can tell because it looks way better.
Yeah.
Just in like how it's, visually.
Definitely, yeah.
But this one, I mean, it does have that monster in it. It's the same developer, but they're like, here's the poor man version. Put it on Game Pass. I mean, it runs fine. It races okay. It just visually, it's just kind of very drab.
I see.
But I don't know that. So starting off, I think you just kind of start off with a bike and you just do a bunch of races. And I think the way it's supposed to work is like you're not always supposed to be coming in first place. Like you might be 5th or 10th place, and then I think you're just, by those wins, you're upgrading your bike. From the way it seems, it looks like they automatically upgrade. Like it'll show like at the end of the race, like, okay, your acceleration that went up like by like 500 points, and then your bike's power and handling went up by so many points. But I probably did about 10 races, and I can I was definitely getting a lot better at each race, but I wasn't doing too bad actually. I was coming in like 5th place.
Yeah.
By the end of the 10 races, but yeah, I just wish it looked a lot better. So especially running on the X, but it's not like enhanced or anything like that. But yeah, it's okay. If you like motocross, definitely recommend playing that. But yeah, the other one you're talking about, Jesus, that one's like $40, and it's always been at like 40. I've been checking it on Steam, and
Yeah, it's
Xbox, the last.
the game looks pretty damn like it looks good. I'm talking about the graphics. I'm talking about it looks fun to me, but
Yeah.
the graphics look fucking good for like a Monster Energy drink game.
Yeah, and
like, you wouldn't think that would look decent at all.
You wouldn't. I think it's
You would think that it
Milestone
would
is
be
the
like. You would think
developer.
that it would be like that Nachos Locos fucking. Remember that game from the 360?
Was that the free one?
The Nachos Explosion or something.
Yeah, that was the free. That was the
Doritos?
community winner something like where they. That was actually a good game, you know.
Was it Doritos something extreme or something or fuck some weird game.
Remember they had a contest and like whoever like makes the best game and like these were like kids, weren't they? It was like one of them was a kid. Like literally he was like 14 or 15 years old and he created a game or something like that. I just trying to think back where they invited people to come to Microsoft and they want to build a game, right? And two people won it. I think they were both like under 18. Yeah. One was the Doritos and the other one was like a racing game. And they were actually both like really good games. Yeah, visually the racing one looked kind of crappy, but it was actually fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember those games.
Yeah, my kid, he loved that freaking, it was the, it was almost like Olympics something. It was like that side-scrolling runner where you played as your avatar. Remember that one? That wasn't the Doritos one, but it was, But, yeah, those were actually fun games, and he would play the hell out of that. And he'd always beat my time.
Remember when Microsoft was trying to put avatars into all the fucking games?
Oh yeah.
Put your avatar in your game. Like, dude, like no one cares about these fucking things. Come on, man.
And people were worried they were going to put it in Forza, like our freaking avatar heads were going to pop out of the cars or something, but I'm glad they didn't go that route.
That Kingdom of Keflings or whatever.
Yeah, yep, Kingdom of Keflings, yep.
They put them into all those. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have like a kart racer with our avatars, but...
Yeah, that's what
there probably was.
Surprised they never made that. I think, honestly, they would have been pretty easy to get like the Forza team to like, hey, just for 1 year, take a year off of this motorsport bullshit and just make a fucking kid-friendly kart racer family game with avatars. They could totally do it. Yeah. Why not?
Oh, that's true. They could, right?
Think about that. Like, if they were to do that, that could compete with, like, I don't know, Mario Kart, I guess. Like, shit on Nintendo, you know? Like, parents could see that and be like, oh, this is kind of, like, family-friendly fun.
Yeah, I could see the Horizon team doing that. It would be, like, very go-kart-like, you know? Got your big-ass head with a, helmet on. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd play that. Put it on Game Pass. People would download it, for sure.
Yeah, put it on Game Pass. Why not, dude? Fuck. Anyways.
The other game I played was, I know that Ryan said he got a code for Farming Simulator 19. And so I thought, I would go ahead and download this and play this. And so the last one I played was Farming Simulator 15, because I think that's the one on Game Pass that I played last. And again, I'm into simulation games, but anyway, so I played this one this morning, and it has that. So I thought, well, start off with the tutorial, and it's very light. It starts off, and you almost get this like customization screen where it's like, hey, do you want to wear a hat? What kind of hat? You got 3 different pairs of shirts and a few different colors and stuff. And I thought, well, you're not going to see your player, but I guess you kind of do in the tractor. But there wasn't many options there in that section. So you start off with the tutorial, and I thought, great, because I need this, because I am no farmer. I don't know about sowing and soiling and all these other different things, but I started off and I thought, I'll put on some Jason Aldean on Spotify and I'll be a farmer again. And so I started that out, and with the tutorial, and it's like, okay, get in the tractor. All right, bring the doohickey and hook it up by pressing A. Then you just lower it down and go. And so I guess now you're sowing the field, getting it ready with your thingamajigger and whatever that thing's called. Yeah. So you start that out, and it just, how you go forward a couple feet and you'll see the question mark, and it'll come up and say, all right, that's enough of that. Gives you the option you can hire a worker, like one of the AI workers that'll finish plowing the field or whatever they're doing to it, sowing it. And, you can move on to the next thing. Well, one of the things about this game, I noticed it's like hey, go to the next question mark, but it doesn't tell me where to go. And I'm like, all right, I don't see the next question mark. So you can press right or left on the D-pad. It'll take you to the next vehicle, like seamlessly. I'm like, all right. So I just went to the one next to it and started plowing that field. Or I think you're just laying down seed if you're sowing. And yeah, it just says, all right, you've done that. Now, go to the next thing or, the next vehicle. But I did figure out how to take one of the tractors with the trailer on the back of it, where you can take it under the silo and, put wheat into it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take that over to the train. I don't know if the other games had trains on it, but I drive that all the way up to the train thing and drop my wheat. But again, this is all...
Can you grow marijuana in Farming Simulator?
Damn, you should. You should be able to, because now it's damn near illegal in all 50
Colorado,
states.
growing marijuana. Yeah, fuck yeah.
That'd be a much funner game, I tell you. But the tutorial, it lost me because it didn't say anywhere what to do next.
Those games are hard.
Man, it's not hard. I think it's just you need to do a lot of research, I think, before you play this game, because I know I've said this back with Farming Simulator 15 was you start off in the field with your tractor, with whatever device you're using, and there's like that, that weight thing, it's a big black thing, it looks like a plug that you put on the front of your tractor, and I know it's for like some kind of counterbalance. It doesn't tell you what that thing is, what it does, when you should have it attached. Yeah, I think you definitely need to go on, watch some playthroughs on YouTube and stuff.
You need to learn how to be a farmer. That's what you got to do, bro.
Yeah, prior to playing this game. So I'll just put that out there. Yeah, but I thought, okay, you know what I'm going to do? You can go into the menu and you can choose it has different, what am I thinking? Missions, I guess you can say, right? Objectives. And so the first lady's like, bring items from coffee house to the dam. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do that one because I'll make 890 euros, I think it was. It's not set in US dollars. So I'm like, all right, that sounds like a lot. I'll do that one. It's probably the easiest one. And it shows you like a red dot on the map of where the dam is. I'm like, all right, well, hell, I either got to run up to that section because it's not a place where I can kind of phase in or like fast travel to. It's not a fast travel, but it's more like a visit. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me just go on up there. And you get up there, I'm like, okay, well, here's the dam, but it doesn't tell you where coffee house is on the map. Like, I looked all over the map for coffee house. I'm like, all right, let me just YouTube it real quick. It doesn't show me anywhere on the map where that is. And, there's like, the only thing I found was like a 30-minute playthrough of, how to plow a cotton field and bring it to the dam. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm done with this game for now. That's where I left off. I'm like, all right, finished. I have to go do a whole bunch of research before I continue to play this game, before I can make any money. But there is a co-op thing to this game, and I don't know how that works. Whether you play on somebody else's map and help make money for them, or... Yeah. But it's there if you want to choose that. Other game I played was Race the Sun. Have you heard of this? You see this on Game Pass? It's like an endless runner.
No.
I played this on PlayStation 3. I had a PlayStation 3 for about 6 months. Back before we started this show, but it was actually a pretty fun... I think it was like a PS Plus game. And now it's an Xbox Games for Gold. Race the Sun, free this month. Or it was back in November, right? And, yeah, it's just an endless runner. Just basically race to the sunset, see how far you can get by evading different objects, or the objects within the world. And, yeah, I didn't make it too far, but probably a little bit different than something like Cluster Truck. I don't know if there's an end objective or not. It just seems to keep going, and it gets harder and harder as you progress. So I'm going to say probably like, maybe I may have lasted more than 40 seconds. But you can pick up different objects as you travel along. I think there's like I don't know if it's like a continue or something to that effect where you can pick that up, and I think if you like hit a wall or an object, I think it'll just let you keep going. So, and then it just at the end of when you die, it'll just you made it so many feet or you made it this far, and I think the next time you start, it kind of will let you start off from that point and just kind of let you keep going. But I think you go through. There's different. I don't know if they call them maps, but it'll just progress further on. So kind of fun if you're into endless runners. Looks pretty nice too. I think it's Xbox enhanced. So check that out. It's also on Steam. You can get it probably everywhere. And the last game that I played, this was I think it's still in alpha. It's a technical test, Jesus. So I'm not going to really
talk about it.
I'm not going to talk about it. I was pretty excited to play it. It's a city builder called Anno 1800. This is from Ubisoft.
Okay.
So yeah, when I am able to talk about it, I will.
Okay.
Because I signed a strict NDA. So yeah. No City Skylines this week, man. I didn't play that game, so.
Yeah, neither did I. I didn't really play much of those. Yeah.
I saw you playing something on Game Pass, and I totally forgot what it was. Saw. When were we playing Battlefield? We were playing Battlefield Sunday, and then you went and played a Game Pass game, and I thought I was going to ask you about it, but I totally forgot what it was.
No, you're thinking.
Dude, I saw you, man. We were playing Battlefield, and then that was earlier we played, and then you played something else because you were on the Do Not Disturb. Oh, maybe it was your daughter who was playing. I'm sorry. Might have been.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Just assumed it was you.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't play any mobile games, no Switch games. Yeah.
I have a bad memory. I can't remember if I could.
I don't, dude. I'm sitting there thinking I was going to message you, but yeah, to see if you want to play more Battlefield.
Anyways, let's get into some news, Gunny.
Let's do it.
It's news time! No break this week.
No, we're just going for it, man. It's just us.
Fuck it. No break. It's just us two. We're good. We're fucking good. Anyways, get into some news real quick. Rebellion Studios, Gunny, the people who are known for like Strange Brigade and those types of games, they're opening a new studio in the United Kingdom. In England, they're building a new TV and film studio with, these people are known for. Oh, wait, they're actually going to freaking make a new TV show. That's what they're doing.
I think several different
TV
shows
show.
from what I read.
Yeah, they're making Judge Dredd, and then they're making a Rogue Trooper TV show. And then they bought a few comic book companies, like brands of comic books, like 2000 AD or whatever. It's now owned by them.
They bought that back in 2000 appropriately.
Oh, yeah, 2000.
For, what was it, Rogue Trooper? Have you ever played a Rogue Trooper game?
No. What the fuck is Rogue Trooper?
I think, I could be wrong, somebody correct me on this one, but I think they were just PC games. They weren't on consoles back in the early 2000s. So I've seen them on Steam, and they've redone them, I think, so they're like an HD. I think they might actually be out for Xbox and PlayStation now, but they do have newer versions, new-ish versions on Steam. So they seem to be they look okay. But I've never played one.
The initial release date was April 19, 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, pretty much they're going to bring a bunch of jobs into England. That's what they're saying. They plan to bring over 500 jobs or some shit. So 500
to start, I think that's pretty good, especially with reading this article about the demand for Amazon and Netflix.
In other news, Red Dead Redemption 2 players think they found an in-game tease for an Undead Nightmare sequel, maybe Undead Nightmare 2. Ooh. At the end of the game, you can head over to Tall Trees, and there is a water well in there, and you can go down the water well. And once you go down the water well, you can turn off your lamp, and John Marston's face turns into like a zombie's face in the dark.
Ooh.
You can see that. It looks like John Marston from the first game, the cover of Red Dead Undead Nightmare. So yeah.
You know what I think? Because they talked about some of the story stuff for GTA 5 that never came to fruition. I think that there's going to be, maybe not DLC, I think there'll just be like an update to the online version with zombies. Maybe a zombie mode, possibly? Or just, maybe not a mode, but just maybe more of a, like some kind of, I don't know, something to do with online. I don't think it'll have to do with anything with the single player story.
I hope they make a single player DLC. I would pay for it. I would buy it. Even if it's $20, I would buy it. Even if it's $30, I'd buy it, I think.
For sure.
Yeah. Because I played the hell out of the first Undead Nightmare. I kind of want to go back. I still own it because I bought it digitally a long time ago. Should probably go back and play it.
Yeah, and that was played, it was a, how did that work, Jesus, again? That was part of Red Dead Redemption 1, or you could play it standalone, right?
Standalone, I think. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was standalone. I think it was the first game to do standalone thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, in other news, a patent filed by Sony suggests the company may be looking into backwards compatibility on the newer consoles. The newly published patent, originally filed back in November 2016, was titled Remastering by Emulation. It describes a method of spiffing up old games by remastering old textures on the fly, kind of what Microsoft does nowadays. Yeah.
That was from Shuyo Yoshida.
Yeah.
He was talking, and he's already said this before, where he said, backwards compatibility isn't hard, Yoshida said. I won't say we'll never do it, but it's not an easy thing to do. If it was easy, we would have done that. Right? Just like Microsoft said, no, we're going to do it.
I mean, they could do it. And I think they'll be able to do it. And I think maybe they'll announce it for the next console. Or maybe this one even, like the PS4 Pro or something. They'll be able to say, hey, yeah, PS4 Pro can now play like all the PS games.
Right. Yeah, because they said that's a request. It's a very demanding quest.
In other news, the Xbox One onesie is coming back. Gunny.
Oh, didn't they have this just in Australia? I think it was.
Yes, it was an exclusive Australia thing. The Xbox One onesie, which has only been available through some limited promotions in Australia, is coming back, and it'll be for sale in the United States to buy at the Xbox Gear Store. It says here, Major Nelson announced, the other day on Friday, that it's going to come in the standard Xbox variant and a Fallout 76 version. So you could wear like a Fallout onesie.
Oh, yeah, the Fallout onesie. Okay, I've got Fallout 4 underwear, so. Okay, that was a little TMI. But, hey, I've got a more interesting one for you, Jesus. This one's not in the news, but it is a Taco Bell onesie, dude.
By who? By Taco Bell?
This is by Taco Bell, dude. I saw this on Twitter. I was like, what? I need a hot sauce Taco Bell onesie. And one comes in red with the flames on it, and the other one's the yellow with like the Dorito style thing on it. So a hims and hers. Maybe I'll just send you the article, but you can order one. I don't know where to get them from. It doesn't show on here, so.
I'm looking at the Microsoft store. The onesies are not available just yet, I don't think. They have lots of stuff on here now, man. I'm surprised like how many like t-shirts and shit they have on here that are pretty cool. I'm gonna start buying stuff from here, Gunny.
Oh, from the Microsoft store?
Yeah, man. They got like t-shirts.
I haven't been on there in forever.
Xbox jackets, hoodies, rubber patches. I don't know why you would want that.
Yeah, but I'll take an Xbox hat. I like the some of the hats are cool.
Yeah, the hats are neat.
Yeah, I've seen a few people wearing them. So.
Yeah. Anyways, in other news, Gunny. Bethesda has now banned players for life.
Did you? Yeah, I read the article yesterday.
There's a group of high-level players who proceeded to follow and kill another group of players over a period of about 10 minutes. Their ringleader, who goes by the username Nathan the Hick, is heard saying, "Queer down and decontaminate the AIDS." That's what he said. I'm not fucking saying this. I mean, that's what he said.
That's what he said.
One of the victims, AJ from Chicago, took to Twitter to publicize the incident with disturbing video footage that has been viewed over 16,000 times. And it says here with the follow-up, AJ said the harassment began slightly earlier when Nathan the Hick approached the group to ask for a disease cure item. It says here, the three of us were having a good time and talking to him, and then one of us commented on his character or his character's outfit being cute. He replied, "I don't fuck with that homo shit," and left. 10 minutes later, Nathan the Hick returned with friends to harass AJ and his group. Fallout 76 player versus player system employs an anti-griefing mechanic that means if you don't fight back, your attacker does negligible damage. It says here, the game notified me that if I didn't fight back, that would do limited damage, so I didn't fight back and hoped they would just get bored and leave, AJ said. And it says they stuck with it and even joked about how this is the strongest queer I've ever seen. Eventually, Nathan the Hick and his friends killed AJ's character. It says we changed servers after we respawned, AJ said, just so it wouldn't happen again. And it says here that AJ took to Twitter to highlight the incident because he says there's no in-game mechanic in Fallout 76 to report other players. And pretty much, yeah, so he reported it, and, Bethesda, after the report here, it got forwarded to some community managers from Bethesda, and AJ said, we were given a link to report the players, but had issues with it. The site asked for a video file of the incident, but the accepted file types weren't even video files, so we couldn't send one. For me, the page wouldn't even load, and it seems very difficult to report players. Nathan the Hick then uploaded footage of his initial encounter with AJ and his friends to his own YouTube channel. The video is titled Cleansing of the Queers. That's what he titled the video on YouTube. Nathan the Hick confirmed Bethesda had been in touch to say he was banned for 3 days and said he was told, quote, this would be our only warning. That's what Bethesda told him. Nathan the Hick, a senior in high school in the United States, said, quote, my version of the incident is more or less the same as the public has taken it. The only difference being the fact that I don't hate gay people. It was just a late night of having fun, and after the first encounter, seen on my channel, he says, we felt it would be fun to offend them somehow. You can call that evil, but I think it's just playful immaturity. He says, quote, I do not regret the incident. I will not apologize given the opportunity. I do not plan on doing anything like this in the future. But to be fair, I didn't plan the initial incident. I just found them and decided to go through with it. But the problem is here, Gunny, that Nathan the Hick won't ever get the chance to repeat that incident.
Why? Why not?
Because Bethesda has now banned him and his friends from Fallout 76 permanently. It says here, we gave an initial ban of 3 days while our CS team, as customer support, looked into the matter further to verify the individuals involved and what took place. After additional review, we have now permanently banned the players we've identified. AJ pretty much said how he felt at the time of the attack, saying he worried how it might have impacted younger players had it happened to someone else. He says, in the moment, I was just in shock. It was disgusting. The three of us, stream and put ourselves out there on the internet, and we are not strangers to homophobic comments. But this was so extreme. We talked about what happened, made sure we were all okay, and kept playing. The rest of the night, I just felt drained. It was a weird feeling. So pretty much, that's just what happened.
Good.
I mean, this dude was saying
good that he,
slurs.
That he put this on YouTube and just kept running his fucking mouth because
like an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, like an idiot. Just keep running your mouth and burying that whole ticker.
If he wouldn't have ran his mouth, if he wouldn't have ran his fucking mouth, they would have just banned him for 3 days, and that would have been that, right? Like he would have, even like if it was a joke, like he says it was or whatever, like he doesn't hate gay people, which I don't believe. I think he really does. If you go and harass people like that, come on, man, like really. A joke is saying it once or twice or something,
right?
But like constantly, like saying that and killing somebody over and over and over, like that's you're on the border of fucking hate. Like you really don't like those people. But
I mean, also
shut the fuck up.
And also he says in his statement, I love how he puts in a statement where he says, and I won't apologize or something. I'm like, okay, permaban right at that point.
You fucking dick, dude. Like, what the fuck? You won't apologize? Like, just say sorry, man. Like, you fucked up. Yeah. You fucked up, dude. Like, say sorry, man. Like, I don't get that either, Gunny.
Some people, and just regarding this whole thing with regards to false statistics about reporting players, because I think you can go in somewhere in the article it said you can go in and avoid player, I think, right?
Yeah.
What is that? There's an option there, but there's no option to report them. And then he tried to go to the Bethesda website to report them. That failed. Everything failed, But I'm glad that Bethesda stepped up and said, shit, we need to do something now, We can't just let this go. So I'm glad they gave him a permaban. Especially for him being an asshole and basically saying in his statement, I'm just going to continue to do it, is what he's saying. I'm going to continue to be an asshole and throw it, hurt, whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
In other news, Elon Musk says Tesla vehicles will be getting more games in the future and other Easter eggs before the end of this year, actually. Super fun software Easter eggs coming to all Tesla's S3X cars before holidays, romance mode, toilet humor, and more video games, he said.
Awesome.
The fuck is romance mode? It plays like fucking love music and shit?
No, I was thinking porn, but I don't know.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. He plays porn in the Tesla? Oh, shit.
Yeah, well, they're calling it romance mode, but really, well, they have in there, so, yeah. Touch me here for this, Oh, no.
It says here when Twitter asked Musk if a version of the Nintendo racing game Mario Kart would be added to Tesla vehicles, he said Nintendo won't give them the license. He said, we tried, but Nintendo will not sell us the license to license. They just won't license it to Tesla. They just won't do it.
Well, of course not, yeah.
I guess, yeah.
They have to build their own,
What, build their own car, their own electric Nintendo car?
Yeah, probably just, yeah. Maybe some lesser-known company get a license, so. There's plenty of them out there. There's plenty of indie games out there that'll get them in there. All right, Jesus, question for you. What game do we have to put in the Tesla for you to buy it? What game has to be in there on that console? I call it a console because it's in the center console with a screen. Yeah. With your iPad in the middle. Yeah.
You don't have to give me any games to buy a Tesla. I want a Tesla, man. They're just expensive cars. They're fucking expensive. Even the cheapest one is like 30-something grand, dude.
Is it? I see them everywhere here where I live. So, I mean, Tesla's not too far from me. So,
I think it's around 32 grand or 30 grand almost.
Yeah, and then didn't you have to pre-order them because they only made so many?
Yeah, they only make so many, so you have to, like, pretty much what you do is you pre-order them, and then you just have to wait for, like, a few months or a couple months or whatever the fuck it takes for them to build it.
Yeah.
That sucks. You know what I mean? Like, you buy a car, you have to wait for that fucking thing to get to you. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, I was down in Hayward, 3 or 4 weeks ago? Yeah, there's just a ton of them down there. But that's super close to Tesla.
Yeah. Those are nice cars. I think they're pretty fucking cool looking. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the, what is it? My gosh. Oh, I'm sure if they put Dead Cells in there, Ryan would be cruising his Tesla. Hell yeah.
Dead Cells.
Put that on autopilot.
I can't autopilot and playing video games the whole time you're driving. And in other news, video game loot boxes are now being investigated in the United States after being blamed for a rise in young gamblers. The United States Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, has agreed to begin an investigation into video game loot boxes. Pretty much, like every country in the fucking world is doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says the commission added that the number of problem gamblers aged between 11 and 16 has reached 55,000, with a further 70,000 at risk, and 450,000 children said they like to bet regularly. What the fuck? What the fuck? How are they gambling? I don't. Maybe they're playing like street dice and shit.
So maybe they're talking about. I think it's in regards to when they say they bet regularly, in regards to mobile games.
Oh,
right. So maybe not so much means? Like online gambling. Yeah.
Oh, so they're like gambling, like they're calling loot boxes gambling. Is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, it would be way more than 55,000 kids.
Right.
It would be like
at least 250,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, pretty much, like this is just loot box. Just know that the FTC is starting to investigate people. That's all you got to know, pretty much. We'll give you the headlines and the news right here, guys.
There's a lot of money involved, right? So
yeah,
we got to be careful what we call gambling.
This article is like not even that. I can't. Oh, here we go. Okay, Gunny, let me tell you a sad story now. Get sad here.
All right.
Maddox Hyde, age 14, has neuroblastoma. Maddox was diagnosed with cancer when he was 6 years old and has been battling cancer on and off for about 8 years. He had been receiving treatments at Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, but last week he decided to end treatments and to return home to Reynoldsville to live his final weeks, 2 months. He said, fuck the treatments. I'm done.
Yeah.
He says he's been battling cancer for the last 8 years, and, he's been doing that. But now that he's done that, he has decided to be remembered by being an inspiration to others, raising money for other sick children. On December 1st, today, Maddox is holding a gaming marathon starting at 11 a.m., which is probably already started. Maddox will be playing online, live streaming, and collecting donations for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. You can participate or donate through his website on Extra Life. What the fuck's his username?
I don't see it.
Gives us no.
I think you have to click on one of the either Facebook or Twitter thing.
I'm here. I'm on his Extra Life. So far raised $11,000. Right now he's playing Fortnite.
I was watching that this morning, I think. Well, it wasn't his channel, but yeah. But the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals is a great cause. And each time I go to our local grocery stores here, well, Safeway or Lucky's, and they all have where you can donate to the Miracle Network Hospitals. It's a wonderful cause.
Yeah, he's playing Fortnite.
Damn, that just sucks, man. He's
playing Fortnite on an Xbox, actually. That's what he's doing.
You're done with treatment and shit, and you're just waiting to die. It's terrible. But good on him for raising money for other children.
That is tragic, dude. That's like so sad, man. He's only 14 years old dealing with that shit, man. Like, I'm fucking 27, and if someone told me I'm gonna die, I wouldn't be able to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just fucking crazy, I think, that some people have, like, the will and
yeah, so what is
determination
his,
to survive that. Or
what is his user channel? Is he on Twitch, or?
Well, I clicked on this thing.
Or is it on that website?
I closed it already. It's on the website. I found it on Extra Life. You might be able to find him on Twitch. I think his... Fuck, I should have said his username. Let me go back here. I'm going to go back and find his username. Do the fucking work here. Extra Life website.
Yeah, I think I saw something on Mixer this morning. Maybe I will just kind of click over there to see if that's who it was.
All right, his Twitch is Mad Ghost. Hold on. It's Mad Ghost 0821. He's not live right now. He just stopped. It's kind of fucking weird.
Okay.
He literally just stopped when I clicked on this. What the fuck?
Okay, I see him. Yep. He will be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. Anyways, get into some more news here. Gears of War video game adaptation gets a new writer, so there's a movie coming out, right, or whatever the fuck, or yeah.
Is that for the movie or TV show?
Yeah. So it says here Universal Pictures has the rights to the movie or whatever. They bought it from Microsoft in 2016. It's going to be based on, obviously, the video game series. It's going to be set on the planet Sarah, which that's Earth, right? Sarah?
I believe so.
That's Earth.
I'm trying to think from the book, yeah, or even the...
Whatever. Pretty much says here that Dylan Clark, who from Planet of the Apes and Oblivion, will produce for his Dylan Clark Productions, alongside Gears of War creator Rod Ferguson. And Scott Stuber will be the executive producer, and he's from the Ted series and Identity Thief. Pretty much, yeah, that's fucking crazy, man. I hope they do a good job with this movie.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they will. Movies tend to not be good.
Yeah, video game movies don't seem to do super well. But yeah, hopefully they get a lot of press out there and promotions. A lot of people go see it. Yeah, let's see here. Gears of War. Yeah, it just talks about the franchise and how much they've made with over 45 million players. But yeah, I'm glad Ferguson will be have a hand in this, of course. So from the Coalition, make a good movie, guys. Do it for Eric. Do it for Epic Irk.
What do I hear? A bird chirping.
Yeah, that's probably.
Is that you?
That's me.
Bird chirping over there? What the fuck are you doing over there, dude?
It's like they're coming back out. Now they're hungry because, it's wintertime and...
Birds are outside your house?
Yeah.
What?
They're outside
it's
here.
It's fucking cold as shit. I don't see
I know.
birds anywhere.
Well, it's like the sun comes out for a minute. It's really hot. And then, the next minute, it's like a cloud comes over, it gets windy, and the birds, take off. So they probably want bread. See, that's my fault. My wife said, you're feeding them bread, and they keep coming back around. Bread? The smaller ones stick around for winter. The Canadian geese, they take off. They head south, actually. They all go to Mexico and Southern California. Anyway, that's enough bird talk. I'll close that window.
That's all I have for news, actually, man. So I guess, unless you have any news yourself to talk about, I don't have more news.
No, the only thing really quickly, Jesus, I wanted to talk about, and it would just maybe more from my side regarding Battlefield 5. And just from what I've heard from a few guys at work and customers, just saying, we always talk about, hey, what have you been playing, And one of them is a PC gamer. The other one, a few others are Xbox gamers. And they've been saying, maybe from what they've read or heard, and that is that Battlefield 5 is kind of a disappointment this year, and they didn't go into a lot of details, but I've also heard it from even a reviewer who said that Battlefield 5's not a flop, but it's just been a big, huge disappointment as far as content missing, the single player story being lackluster. Maybe it's because of the way they split it up, with different stories and things. But I haven't played the single-player story. Hell, I didn't even play it in Battlefield 1. I'm so much after that, the multiplayer and aspect of things. So, but I think it plays fine. I just, I haven't had any issues just playing the two modes. With the War Stories and Conquest. And yeah, I have not really encountered any bugs. Servers seem to be stable for Xbox, so
I haven't had no issues with the game. I think it's a great game. I think it's a good shooter. I think it's a solid shooter, and I think there's enough content there to keep people happy for now. And like I said, the first content comes out December 6th. On top of that, on that same fucking day, you're gonna get a new campaign on top of the DLC coming out for the multiplayer. So that's a new campaign. I mean, what the fuck are you bitching about? What I hate is people get so entitled to complain about every little fucking thing in a game, man. I just don't get it.
I think that's where we're at now. I think that's where we're at, especially with everyone attacking Fallout 76 for good reasons, of course.
You know, like this and that. You know, like people are also giving Red Dead Redemption 2 shit because of like the gold and the money in the game being two different currencies or whatever. It's like, well, what do we got to do that? It's like, well, they have to make money. The fuck? You know what I mean? What do you expect? I mean, you think they're going to make another Red Dead if they don't make money off of this shit? You know, yeah, they've sold a lot of copies of the game, but a lot of people didn't buy the game. A lot of people didn't like it. So they're going to try to get people to play the online, you know, and you know they got to make money on that. For Battlefield 5, the content is there, and the content is coming. They've already promised it. They already said it's coming, and it's going to come. They're definitely not going to pull like a Mass Effect Andromeda and promise single-player DLC and then never release it.
Right. Because
that game got really shit on. You know, like, had people been like, okay, this is a new series, a new thing, you know, like new characters, fuck Commander Shepard, we're going to move on with the new person. Had they done that, you know, like we would have got plenty of DLC for that game. And shit, maybe by now we would have gotten a sequel announced, you know, like, but no, people want to complain, so now Mass Effect is on hiatus for who knows how many more years now. It just sucks.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe they're just comparing that game to Battlefield 1 and just kind of looking back and going, well, there's less there. But I don't know, but from what is there, I have not had any issues.
Of course there's going to be less there. All this shit has been released for Battlefield 1. If you go back to Battlefield 1 on launch day to Battlefield 1 now, it's way different, dude. It's just like Battlefield, all the Battlefield games, if you go from launch day to what they are a couple years later,
right,
they're completely different. They get overhauled, the menus get changed, the guns get changed, the kill, time to kill is changed. It's just everything is changed constantly, and DICE has to manage all these fucking games. You know, people are always complaining about shit. You know.
Yeah, I just felt like everything was responsive. Again, maybe because I'm playing on an X, and that's why it was super responsive. And respawns were like, I felt were good. I
just don't get the bitching, dude.
Yeah. Maybe it's just reviewers critiquing things, and then other people, people I know, again, watching this content and just saying, well, so-and-so said, and they said this. And
it's not a bad game. It's a good game. It's fun.
Yeah, I feel it's good.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, I wanted to defend this game. That's why I brought it up. If you want
to fucking play a Call of Duty style shooter, then go play Call of Duty. That's your shit, man. But don't say it's a bad game because you suck at it. That's what I hate when people do that. Well, I suck at this game. It's a bad game.
Yeah. And of course, then they brought up...
game. You just suck at the game, it's a difference there, dude.
Yeah. And they brought up the Battle Royale thing is kind of grayed out. I'm like, of course, because they said it would not be at launch. It would not come until next year.
Fucking idiots. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, they said that. I just don't get it, dude. I don't know. Whatever.
Go pick on Fallout 76 more. Thank you. Yeah, I just had to defend it, so that's why I brought it up. Nothing wrong with it that I found.
Anyways, that's all I have for news, dude.
All right. Good. We're done.
Community questions, I guess.
We have some. Oh, we got a few on Discord as well. And I just have to bring it up because I can't bring it up on my PC for some stupid reason. But our first one is from Jonathan Hall. He says, hi, y'all. He says, y'all went into a coma and just woke up at 11:30 p.m.
I'm not answering that question.
December. The phone rings. The voice on the other end asks. The voice on the other end asked, "What is your game of the year?"
I'm not answering that because then that spoils the game of the year show.
Yeah. Farming Simulator 19, Jonathan. Farming Simulator 19. Next question. Ryan Jr. Okay. Another one of these setup questions. So we are the first ever HGP cruise of the Bahamas, and the ship wrecks, and you get stranded on an island with one other community member or host. So it could be either or. Who do you want it to be? And yes, the island can have weed. And why don't you want it to be?
Who don't you want it to be?
Who would you want it to be? With weed, man. You can have weed. We can farm weed.
I already answered this, man. I answered it last week. It was Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epic
As
Irk.
depressed as he is, as depressed as he sounds, I'll be able to survive there with Eric. I think.
Yeah.
I hope. I don't know. Yeah. That's my answer.
For me, I'm going to say, how about Evan Tanaka? Jesus.
Oh, shit. You taking Evan with you?
Yeah, man. He can rap. He can just throw out some HGP raps. Right?
You taking Evan with
While
you?
I climb up a tree and get coconuts. Smoke weed.
You're right.
Sound
Evan
good?
could rap. Then I feel like Evan would try to kill me or something.
It would be Kill Jesus Battle Royale. Island style.
Real life battle royale. Someone needs to come up with that TV show and just like drop 100 people on an island, have them kill each other on TV, and people would watch that. They would. People would fucking go crazy over that. That would be the most popular show ever created on planet Earth. I'll tell you that right now. If you can fucking like somehow convince all the countries in the world to like let all their murderers go to this TV show. And how about this, Gunny? Like, if you win, you get your freedom back. That's the prize of, like, all these people that are in prison for life and shit. You'd be like, if you win, you get your fucking freedom.
Yeah. Just have, like,
that's motivation, right? Like, that's super motivation for somebody who's, like, been in prison for life. You tell them, hey, get on this island, dude. You might die. You're going to die anyways in prison. You might die on this island a little bit quicker. But, hey, you might win. You might win.
I think that would be a good TV show because we always see the ones where it's like 1 or 3 people that are just out to kill everybody on the island, right? Whoever they bring on there. Yeah. But no, how about we just kind of extend it and make it like a 3-season tier thing where you all have to kill each other in like...
Just a season-long thing. Like, all you got to do is make it a show that's season-long.
Yeah. You have this much time to kill everybody.
Yeah. You tell the people, like, you have a month to survive on this huge island. And the only people on this island are you guys. We made sure about that. Like, there's nobody on this island that's not killable.
And see, we'll make it like a video game style thing where... You know how, like, if it's a big island, like, well, fuck, how do I find that person? We'll have, like, a proximity thing where you're going to know where the other player is. So all you have to do is run around the island. You'll find, like, where the last 3 people are, what have you.
They're not players. They're contestants, Gunny.
Oh, contestants. I'm sorry. Yeah, these are prisoners, contestants.
Yeah.
It'll be like that game Scum in a way where... But you're going to have, like, you know, these, like, beacons.
And then you can have, like, you'll have, like, these little, like, radar, like, beeping things or something. And then... You can get like upgraded shit around the fucking island. Oh my god! If I was a producer, but we're gonna drop fucking crates.
Oh yeah.
Off planes and shit, and like drop like jeeps off of planes, and just shit like that. Have shit hidden around the map and fucking or around the island, and just fucking see what happens for a month.
Will there be like a circle that closes in, or no circle? I'm gonna say no circle because that would just too Fortnite-ish.
Yeah, that's too. Yeah, no circle. That's
just
too,
a timer.
You have
definitely
a timer.
A timer.
How about this? The timer is you have a month to kill everyone on this island, and you have to be the last one alive. If you fail to kill everyone, it comes down to like a kind of like a Mexican stand-up, like
battle.
Fight to the death. Yeah. Like we're gonna put you 2 in a room or something and have you kill each other.
Or, like, you guys will have to fight on this, like, giant-ass log next to a waterfall.
Yeah, or something that one of you is going to die somehow, or both of you are going to die. Like, which one's going to die? You choose.
And you'll both have, like, ropes tied to you.
We have some dark fucking show here, but I'm telling you, it would be fucking popular, dude. Everyone
you know how that game, or that TV show, what is it, Survivor? I don't know if it's still on, but you know how that one's just a little it's very drama, but some of it's some funny shit. But we'll just have this one like sick, like it'll just be like a Sickhead Survivor, airing now on TNT or whatever network.
Prisoner Freedom Survivor.
Vote now on Twitch. Who's
your favorite prisoner? Like all these fucking murderers and shit. Make your bets. Like we could even add a gambling system to it, Gunny. You could place a bet on who you think's gonna win.
Oh yeah.
From the beginning. You
Man,
place
we
your
bring
bets
in
now.
thousands of people on that one, huh?
Yeah. Put your bets now, and we're gonna drop like these. We won't make it 100. That seems like too many people killing each other. We'll make it more intense. We'll be like dropping 30 people on an island or something.
Well, we can start it out with 100, and then it would just be like this initial, like, bam, in your face thing where people are just like slaughtering each other,
Yeah, you're going to run out of prisoners at that point, Gunny. You have too many prisoners, so you're killing off at once. You got to start off small and keep it small, and then grow maybe a little bit and drop it back down. Because you're going to run out of people. Who the fuck is going to want to go on this island? You know, like, no one's going to want to go on this island. But then they're dying.
But I think kind of mid-season, we'll just have like, it'll be like this chick will be there. And she'll be sitting by the campfire, just like she'll hear like this, maybe like a panther, it's kind of creeping up on her. She'll have her machete out because that's your standard weapon. Yeah.
Oh, what do we release with crazy wild animals into the island? They just want to kill people.
Yeah.
Fucking snakes and crazy, like just crazy animals in there. Yeah.
Big ass
We're
anacondas.
dropping a fucking hippo on the island. Good luck, guys. Fucking hippo is gonna kill you, motherfuckers.
See some fucking rhino chasing you. You're naked, Ah! Yeah. Oh yeah, we fed the rhino some stimulants, so you're going to run real fast.
I like this show. I would watch this show, Gunny. I want to watch this show. Hit me up, NBC, CBS, Disney.
We should talk to Rebellion. Maybe that's the next show they should make.
Talk to Rebellion. Hit me up, Rebellion. I got ideas here for you guys. Anyways, that's all I have for questions and show news and all that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for listening. We'll be back next week, hopefully with the full crew or more people than just me and Gunny. I don't know about that, but it might just happen. Anyways, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jesus Walks a Lot, on Xbox at Jesus Walks a Lot is my gamer tag. On Facebook, I'm Jesus Antonio Gonzalez, but you can find me on there in the Facebook group. Just find me in the Facebook group. You'll find me in there, and I'll be in there, and I'll be commenting and posting, etc., etc. You can find Eric Smith over at St. Nicholas on Xbox Live, Epic Eric on PlayStation Network. I don't know about Twitter. I forget his fucking Twitter handle. But yeah, he wasn't with us this week. And Ryan Gibson, well, you already know him. He's had a baby. So Gib8777, you can find him wherever playing lame games like pinball. Ryan. Anyways.
Jesus, we had 2 more questions. Real quick.
Oh.
Really quick.
Okay, I guess.
Blaze Experience. He's our State of Decay guy, but he also streams other games and podcasts about them. He wants to know if we've tried that Thief of Thief games on Game Pass.
No, I haven't. I haven't downloaded it. I haven't tried it. I want to try it. Is it good?
From what he said, it's really good. It's some stealth stuff in there, and check out his podcast on Blaze Experience. But he did a whole episode on that. But no, I haven't tried it yet either, Blaze. And our good buddy, Vengeful Jedi, he just wants to know, what's the favorite thing about Clint? If you could play one game with Clint for the rest of your life, what would it be? Sickhead Survivor, Clint. Me and you, buddy. We're on that island. We're going to do it.
Each other.
Duos. We're playing duos.
I hate being stuck on islands with people. Don't make me stuck on an island with you.
You're just going to kill everybody and then get on the boat and leave, right?
Yeah, that's my goal. My goal, if you're stuck on an island with me, dude, one of us is going to survive. And trust me, I get hungry like every 4
You die at the end. That's what it is. Your partner. Yeah.
I get hungry pretty fucking often, guys, and it ain't going to fucking be very pretty after we don't find any food.
Yeah, so you hear that, Clint, that he's going to basically chop your arms off and use them as rows to get off the island on the boat. Yeah. This makeshift raft that he made. So you asked, Clint. You asked for it.
Oh, man. Anyways, where can we find you, Gunny?
Find me on Xbox Live. Find me on the Steam machines. I'm under gamer tag Gunny Chief. Also on Twitter, Gunny Chief.
Twinner?
The old Twinner.
Yeah, Gunny Chief. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Goodbye. Good night.
Brush your controllers and go to bed.
Goodbye.
Bye.